Anytime you go, the church shooting had a good ending.
All right, fuck it. We're doing it now. We have to now. At this point.
Sorry.
Right. No, that's good. It's fine. We just might go a little bit into the break. That's all. Deadly shooting at Texas church. Now, we're just going to play the news report.
We can't play the video.
We can't play the video. It's getting auto-popped. It's in the algorithm now. So
yeah, it's AI.
It's AI. It's getting
We'll get popped
auto-popped.
live, probably.
It is getting auto-popped. So let's see what happened. This is a church in Texas. Boy, the motherfucker picked the wrong place, huh?
We begin with those disturbing attacks on religious services. First, the breaking news from Texas, a gunman opening fire inside a church near Fort Worth. The West Freeway Church of Christ live streaming the service as the man seen there at the top stood up from his seat.
Pulled out a shotgun. Shotty.
Pulled out a long gun and fired several times.
Wait a second. Hold on. ABC gets to play it?
Well, you notice they
pause. Oh, they fraud.
You notice even ABC nowadays is like, don't fucking drag us into this.
Other church members right there shooting.
There it is. Okay, so I guess if you freeze it, it's fine.
Well, you didn't show anybody. Technically, if you do that right, you're not showing anybody be shot.
Right. So this guy on the left pulled out a handgun. Quickly, by the way. Did they show him pulling it out? Because it was so quick.
Several times.
So fast.
Other church members right there shooting back.
Bro, that's a good distance away, by the way. That is a good, with a handgun.
With a crowd in between them.
With a crowd. Yeah.
One victim was killed, another in critical condition. The gunman did not survive. And tonight, the hunt for a motive to a violent attack where worshipers should feel most safe. ABC's Marcus Moore leads us off.
Tonight, these shocking images out of Texas.
Okay, but they are increasing the volume of that. Am I wrong?
Yes.
They're increasing the volume of that shot,
there's
right?
Been a little. I've heard the original live stream, and that there has been some liberties taken with this.
I'm gonna just full screen here. Okay.
Gabriel Lopez in the chat said he's using the fast hands perk. See, that's why you should always
do that,
guys. When you're playing Fallout, always focus on your perks, because if you combine the wrong ones, you're fucked later in the game.
Interrupting a quiet church service. The violence unfolding just minutes before 10 a.m., just as parishioners started receiving communion at the West Freeway Church of Christ near Fort Worth. The church live streaming the service. You can see the shooter sitting in the back of the room wearing a large coat. Watch as he pulls out a gun and aims it at a man nearby. Another man appears to reach for his weapon.
He's reaching.
But the gunman fires first.
He was too slow. This guy, I'm going to full screen it so we could just see. See, the guy up here, the guy to the left was too slow. And you know what bothers me about like this? The guy on the left goes too slow. It bothers me is a lot of people, instead of like going, hey, they're like, oh, you should have been faster. That's why you have to practice. I'm like, guy tried and he's dead. Like,
he
chill
tried.
out,
and
guys.
to be honest, too, like the other guy had the, he honestly had the luxury of the gunman focusing on the guy closer first. True. So, the guy who, by the way, still a great shot, was still super fast.
Oh, yeah.
He still did have the luxury of those few extra seconds of, I'm going for this guy. And he was like, motherfucker.
First, shooting him and a second man.
We're going to need help with patient care.
The gunshots sparking panic in the pews. Worshippers seen ducking for cover. One man covering his wife with his own body.
It was a sad thing that he had to come into the congregation and hurt people, and it's a sad thing that we had to hurt him.
In just seconds, several parishioners opened fire, hitting the gunman, who managed to fire one last shot before falling to the ground, dying at the scene. People rushing over and pointing their weapons at the suspect on the ground.
There are 2 people that were shot, and they died at a local hospital.
Several others hurt, one critically. The gunman also shot dead.
Today, evil walked boldly among us. And let me remind you.
Man, this
guy's like straight out of Central casting for a Texas sheriff.
Yeah, he really is. He looks like somebody Walker, Texas Ranger.
Can we see what Sheriff Foghorn Leghorn had to say?
Sure, let's see.
Well, I'll say. They came into a church, they did.
Today, evil walked boldly among us. And let me remind you, good people raised up and stopped it before it got worse.
Outside, officers swarming the scene, shutting down streets. Parishioners visibly shaken, hugging each other for comfort.
All right, Marcus Moore joining us now. And Marcus, this shooting only lasted a few seconds before a security guard and several armed citizens quickly intervened.
A whip, that's right. In fact, one man who said he had a relative inside the church at the time, he said he is thankful for so many good guys with guns. In the meantime, the investigation into a possible motive with is just getting underway.
All right, Marcus Moore, our thanks to you tonight.
I will say this, too. I honestly, like, I really did think about this a bit when I was at Mass. Because, like, we were all just packed in a room. And, like, I was even thinking, like, man, there's so many churches that are just going to be soft targets this time of year. And, like, the city and all that. I was lucky that I was at my old family neighborhood church that's not, trust me, it is not a landmark Christian, Catholic church. It's nice, but it's not like St. Pat's or something like that. But even I remember looking around and being like, oh, shit, man, there's a lot of people just packed in this shit like a sardine can.
There's people saying, okay, boom boomer.
Dude, that guy's a fucking hero, though, man.
Well,
I've never in my life seen a shot like that in an actual situation. Like, I've seen people practice and be that good.
Right.
Under pressure, that's the best shot I've ever. Quick boom in the head. It was fucking impressive.
It was. This is an interview with him. It's short, but let's check it out.
Hero.
I don't see myself as a hero. I see myself as doing what needed to be done to take out the evil threat. That's the way I approach it. That is, like I said earlier, that's how I am processing this whole event.
That's just what it sounds like when you've killed somebody. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know
You hear
that.
the wind like at all times behind you.
His power levels are rising.
Yeah, dude, he's going super boomer. It's going to be next level. Somebody said probably a veteran, but like I think Mike pointed it out. He was like, this guy teaches like conceal and carry classes. Like this is the dude. Like this is the dude that teaches other dudes.
Yeah, he's the owner of like a gun range / one of those places you go get your license and take the class.
Yeah,
and you could just tell this guy is one of those that.
Did you see Beto?
This is one of those guys. Yeah, I saw it. He's one of those guys that very joylessly operates firearms. Like it's never the
mechanical.
It's very mechanical. It's never like the oath keepers that are walking around the Moore Alley like with their big old guts out, like or all those Mexican oath keepers. Like, yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm a sheepdog, and the minute somebody hurts my flock, I'm okay. They're always ones fumbling with all their unnecessary attachments on their Walmart AR. It's a mess. This is one of those guys that's just, well, I gotta clean my gun again. Like, there's no joy to it. There's no yeehaw guns. He's just autistically into his guns.
Legal Latino, Call of Boomer, Modern Medicare. So it's Mitch is laughing at fat oath keepers.
But it's true though.
No, because our buddy Mitch. I've known Mitch for fucking more than 12 years. I've known Mitch forever. And he was actually in the military. And he always is joking about laughing at the dudes that dress like they were in the military, but they weren't in the military.
It's like, bro, I'm not even a big gun guy, and I can see some of these guys sometimes, and I'm like, yo, your AR doesn't need all that shit on it. It just doesn't. Like, you're just carrying around all this extra shit.
Yeah. So he fucking...
What are you doing?
Dude, I think five different people pulled their guns out and were ready to pop. Wrong church, motherfucker. And now people, of course, are pulling up the clips of Biden saying that you shouldn't be... Biden did say you shouldn't carry weapons in places of worship. And Beto, who went from this guy's going to be the next president to pictures of him with his cat.
Growing a depression beard.
Yeah. It's now was saying something like, this is why the gun laws in Texas need to be fixed. Like, no, this is why the gun laws in Texas
are perfect.
Are fucking
That's why
awesome.
They're amazing gun laws.
It's fucking awesome. Look, man, it is really sad that people died. It is. And especially, look, man, we've said it before. Like, we even talked about the other shooting, the shootings at the synagogues, at the mosque. You should never go to a place of worship, no matter what it is, and have to worry about being fucking murdered. Like, that is... It's just not, you can not like people, you can fucking make fun of people, you shouldn't have to worry about that, right?
Yeah, it's not like we're going to a Chicago movie theater.
Right. And at that point, that's on you, bro. or a Joker screening.
Jack
But
D in the chat said he kills Tremors on his off days. He does look like a character from like Tremors 6 that doesn't even have Kevin Bacon in it anymore.
he's absolutely a guy you would want on your fucking survival team if the shit went down.
Oh, of course.
You would have to have him on. He'd be teaching your kid how to shoot bottles in the backyard.
He's the guy in like The Walking Dead or Lost that he gets killed in season 3, and then you go, "Oh my god, these people are so fucked now."
Now they can't make it. That's it. They're done. So, yeah, of course, because this guy stopped. This dude, it could have been a lot more people, right? We all agree this could have been a fucking man. I mean, obviously he had a shotgun, so I don't think as much as like if someone in there with an AR or whatever, but it could have been a lot of people, and he fucking stopped them, which I think, that's why this story has been out there a little bit, but definitely not as much if it would have been more horrible. The media wanted this to be worse. It happened in Texas, and look at what's happening again. Did you see the stabbing again with the other stabbing with the black Israelite guy?
It's been, dude, not only stabbing, but there's been like multiple like black Israelites and then just regular angry blacks. Like there's some,
they've been killing Jewish people. With the second guy started fucking getting with a machete. Was just slicing people with a machete.
And a lot of it is happening in these hotbeds of black Israelite neighborhoods. And I'm telling you right now, mark my words, there's going to be a fucking sequel to Crown Heights if they keep this shit up. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of tension going on right now. It's very weird.
You think Al Sharpton will also be in it?
Probably.
The sequel? They could get him, right?
Yeah. Well, the kid is Jesse Jackson because he called New York Jaime Town. Remember that? He got in a lot of trouble.
Sometimes he's right.
Broken clock. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So did you see the people that were tweeting about this, verified people, of course, were saying like, we have to come together. You saw that tweet? I forget who it was from. Someone find it for me, please. It was like, yeah, we really have to come together because the real issue here is, white supremacy. This attack
a lot of people
had nothing to do with white people at all. It was a black Israelite killing a Jewish people, or both stories, black Israelites killing Jewish people. That's what was happening, okay? Which, goes to show you something. Whenever I would hear about the black Israelites and, we see them on the streets, and we've talked about them on the show before, I was always under the impression of like, yeah, these guys are annoying or whatever, but I never would have gone like, but these guys are a threat. Like, up until recently, would you have? Because you used to live by them all the time, and you walk by them. Like I would never think of them as a threat.
No,
like, I would think of them as they're annoying and they're loud. And well,
I've talked on this show before about how I used to like fuck with them because they can't they were almost like the prisoners when you go to like the scared straight thing, where you're like, yeah, no, I get it. You're gonna scream and get in my face, but legally you can't touch me. Like. So you could go up back in the day and talk just mad shit to them and get away with it because it was just, you just laughed at them. And now it's like, oh boy, they're not, they're getting mad now. They're packing vans with explosives and they're shooting up Jersey City. Like there was another arrest in Jersey City now too. There's another guy that said he's going to bomb all the Jews. There's some black Israelite guy. And it's like, that's what I mean, man. Jersey City might end up being the next Crown Heights. And it's going to get weird. It's going to get very weird. And it's weird, too, because we were in Jersey City. That place is beautiful.
Downtown Jersey City
so nice.
Is gentrified AF, and it's nice. Like, it really is. It really is. The area we were in was fucking awesome. It's like downtown Jersey City is like all the good parts of New York City without the filthiness. Is the best way I could describe it.
That's pretty good way to describe it.
Without as many crazies and stuff. So at least the area we were at. But it really is. Well, you know what de Blasio did to counteract this?
Yes.
He's funding a task force to counteract white supremacy.
Yes.
So, problem solved.
This is. I don't even know how to articulate this in a way that's gonna not get in trouble. But like, you're really pushing it with the white people, really pushing it with them.